Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Hey, Miss Lloyd. Today's question has been contributed by our student, Micayla, and she's asking, how do we develop a better mindset? Of course, before getting into answering our question, I'd like to share a little bit about my background. I've been invested in mental health and studying approaches to coping for over 15 years now. I am a board certified licensed clinical director in the state of New Jersey. I'm a Caribbean clinical psychologist, master's level. And I'm also registered with the British Psychological Association as a registered test user. And now for us to get into the question on mindset. The first thing that we always want to do is to be aware, right? That's number one, self-awareness. When I'm thinking about mindset, then I have to be aware of my thoughts. What is the quality of my thoughts? And how is my mindset connected to how I feel and to what I do, right? Am I satisfied with the quality of my life? Am I satisfied with that? How do we become more self-aware? I'm going to share two major techniques. Number one, spend about 20 minutes every morning as soon as you get up to just write every single thing that's on your mind, everything. The power behind this activity is that you're going to become aware of the thoughts that are dominating your mind as well as dominating your life. The second activity would be to find at least 5 minutes every day to calm yourself, right? As someone who's trained as a clinical drug and alcohol counselor, we use a technique called motivational interviewing, as well as the 12 steps. With motivational interviewing, we are recognizing the incongruence between what we say we want and what we actually do, right? And what we want to do is to bring congruence between what we say and what we do, how we feel and what we do, all being one. When we talk about the 12 steps, we acknowledge that there is a higher power. Now, when we're talking about peace, a sense of peace, a sense of still, that is that connection between our selves, our souls, and that higher power. Just completely giving over to the idea that we could let things go. We don't have to struggle and fret and resist, right? What's going on? Remember last week we spoke about resistance, right? We resist the stress and it causes us to feel exhausted. What if we just sat and we got ourselves calm and we actually just observed the storm? Let's call stress the storm. What if we just observed it and didn't judge it? We didn't say, oh, this is bad. This is awful. Why me? We just observed it and said, oh, okay, it's just some stress. It's just a part of life. And then we get into the mindset. There are 3 techniques, and I got these ideas from the Harvard's book on the Harvard's business review on mental toughness. And when we're thinking about mindset, they proposed 3 core ideas or 3 core questions. The first question is an assessment of the situation. How bad is this situation? What is the scope of this situation? In other words, we are assessing the reality. The reality. The second thing that we want to do is to understand the depth. How much of a problem is this situation? How much of a problem am I perceiving this situation to be? What resources am I going to need, right? So we go from the assessment to identifying resources. How do we identify resources? Well, we first have to let go of an idea that there's only one or two options, right? In a severe situation, someone's thinking, this is just awful. I'll never get through this. Let me perhaps just want to give up completely. Remember, that's just an option. We brainstorm all of the possibilities. We assess whether they are going to be good for us or negative. And then we take the appropriate course of action. And then the third piece would be understanding or having a deeper sense of appreciation for life, that life at its core, it is good. It is valuable. We are all valuable. We are all unique. And we have the capacity to adapt. We have the capacity to become more resourceful. We have the capacity to reach out for help, right? So we have those three techniques: the assessment of the situation, the identification of the resources, and the deep growing sense of appreciation for what we do have. Now, as we close, I like us to, when we think about mindset, I want us to remember just one thing. If there's only one thing for you to get from this response on mindset, remember that you have the ability to stop and to think, that you do not have to react, not even when a situation seems to be very toxic. You do not have to engage. You could disengage and relax. And this brings us to the end of today's segment, Hey, Miss Lloyd, where we looked at how to develop a mindset, a healthy mindset to deal with stress. Until next week, bye for now. Remember to hit the subscribe button, share, and like. Thank you.